Right, we're just in this video, the IT department, just to help out staff, students with booking out the iPads themselves. So the first job that you're going to have to do is the room booking on the website. There is a button on here called iPads. Click on here and you can see there's quite a few different places where you can get the iPads out. We've already booked a few in. If you so wish to, then first job before doing anything else, because we're going to have to talk about keys and getting to the iPads themselves, you click onto your period, and if you want to, you can go to more options and you can do reoccurrences over a weekly basis. We've had to book them out for our bits for the year. So weekly recurrences, and you recur every 1 week or 2 weeks, and you can choose what days that you want them to do as well. So that's the room booking. That's before you pick up any keys or before you do any of the other parts. Okay, I've just gone and got the keys from reception. Now all of the keys for all of the different areas of the school are up there. This is S Block iPads 1. There is iPads 2 as well. They're all in the same room for these ones. So these are going to be for the year 8 and for the year 9 students. There are some over in the H block and there are some over in the R block as well. So I'm going to open up the door. You'll notice there's 2 keys on here. This is for the iPad 1 trolley, and this is the key to get into the room itself. So we'll go in. So in here you can see this is iPad 2 trolley here, and iPad 1 trolley is here. So I'm just going to open them up. Right, this is the one side of the iPad trolley 1, and you can see they're all plugged in. So you might have to have a little bit of time to start with, especially if you see all these, because each one has a keyboard plugged in and an iPad plugged in. So they're all going to have to be taken out. At the end of the day, they're all going to have to be plugged back in as well. So I've noticed from my lessons that 15 of them, so one side of this trolley is perfectly fine. I just get them to share one between 2. And you'll see some other reasons for that in a bit, because obviously, well, they're going to need cleaning, so it takes a little bit of time. But these are going to need to be unplugged. We then put them inside this blue. We are getting some iPad trolleys. So there'll be 4 lots of trolleys in here that you can put the iPads in. They've got wheels and a handle, and you can move them around a bit easier that way. Okay, just going to show you this bit. We've obviously taken the bucket now to the actual classroom. You'll notice there is a number done by Colin and Ryan. T Block 07 it says on that. So this keyboard goes with T Block 07 on there. The reason why you've got to keep these 2 together is they're actually paired. So there's a Bluetooth between these. If you get them mixed up, so for instance this is 08 to this 07, the kid that's got the 08 one will be controlling the iPad on this one itself. So you've got to make sure they're linked in. They should be just all together like that. And what you're going to need to do now, this is not ideal at the moment. We're going to ask for proper wipes. But you do not spray directly onto the iPad or the keyboard. Just spray onto the actual cloth itself and then just a little wipe. You're going to have to get the kids to do this. And then once they've done this, they've wiped over the keyboard, wiped over the iPad, and then pass those out to the kids themselves. Yeah. Just to know, on the keyboards, they may be turned off. So you might have to there's a little green button here. It could be on red. They just need to make sure it goes to green. That's on the right-hand side of the keyboard. Right, there's a couple of ways of using this. You could just use the iPads for just going on the internet, and if that's the case, all they need to do is just press onto Safari. So that's a simpler way of doing it. But if you want to use the Office suite, so if you want to use Excel, Word, Teams, any of those Office documents, they will have to go online, go to office.com and sign in using their username and password. For the students to sign in to Office 365, they do need to put in their full email address onto there itself, and it's their normal password. Right, so here I am on Office, and as you can see now, office.com, I've signed in, and I've got I've got Outlook, OneDrive, so everything they ever need. Teams is on here as well. So what you need to do, this is the only, this is like the big issue with this one, is that they do need to make sure that they sign out. Because if they don't, then obviously another student could go onto it and obviously get to their emails and Word and all those type of things. So they need to click up to the top right corner and there's sign out on there. So they need to make sure that's done to start with. So just sign them out completely. Okay, so it says you signed out and I've successfully signed out. Now, here's the other bit that they need to do. And if they don't do this, it means that their account's still open. So they need to press on this, forget this account. That's really important. That's gone out completely. I'm going to close all of this off now. And I'm just going to double click. And here, I'm just going to make sure everything is swiped up, because that means that everything's properly closed down. So they do have to make sure of all these bits. And then finally, nothing's open. So I'll double click there, nothing's open. I'm going to click on Safari now, and I'm just going to, and I would say this to the students, that they need to test by going to office.com again to make sure that everything's not signing in and it looks like it's all perfectly fine. So double check basically, because it really does, it's really important that they completely log out. There's nothing there and people can't get to their emails. I'm just going to double check actually. I'm going to actually press the sign in button and really hope it's not sign me back in. So that does come up with your name there, but if I click on this, it should ask for the password, and this will be exactly the same for the students. So clicking onto that, and it does, it asks for my password. So that I know that's completely signed out for me. Right, at the end of the lesson, again, you can get the students to do this, give it a little bit of a wipe down on the iPads and the keyboards themselves. And it's always good as well, just to make sure that the red button is on the keyboards and they're turned off. Okay, we're back in the room now. So if this is the end of the day, I would personally put the keyboard and the iPad with the sockets both facing that way because it's easier. Putting them back into the slot itself, and you should work from the top all the way down. They have got numbers for the different numbers of the iPads and the keyboards. And the key for this is when you're plugging them back in, just make sure they're all in line with each other, because you don't want them crisscrossing all the way down basically. So they're all nicely put it back in and nice and neat, and that they're all charged overnight for the next day, so that the next teacher's got the iPads and the keyboards and they're fully charged up for the students. Am I going to be a bit louder because of the mask? Probably. Okay, right.
Well,
Right, we'll do it. I'll just carry on, I'll edit it out.
I'll come a bit closer.
Okay. I've just gone and got the here, and iPad 1 trolley is here. So I'm just going to open them up. Now, if this is the start of the day, then you'll see that they're all plugged in.
Oh, Rick. We'll sort that in the edit. We'll sort that in the edit.
Right, is it this one? Right, should we do that again? Are you still recording?
Yeah, just do it.
I'll edit it out. Right, this is the one side of the iPad trolley. Just to say about this actually, just to check. I'm going to check again here. I'm going to press sign in this time just to see, because this is what they should be doing to test it. Come on! Why is it not doing it? What's happened there?
We'll do that one again.